Good day, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name is Miguel Garcia. I'm the Mexico GARS seller for the IBM certified pre-owned equipments. Maybe you can hear it as ICPOs. Maybe that's better for you, easier for you, but that's exactly the same. ICPOs. It's we're gonna talk about a little bit more in the future, in the next minutes. But basically, first of all, and before we go to this, I want to thank you all, really, because this is really, really complicated times because of the pandemic, because of the innovation that we are required to be constantly doing in our companies, to be in the better position to offer the solutions to the client, the services that we do to the clients. It's complicated. I know that this is very complicated and we have a lot of competition. This is good. The competition is really good, but also this is a lot of challenge for us now. So again, I know that you have a lot of things to do, and this is really glad for me to know that you take this time to hear me speak about this, and hopefully, I believe that we're gonna make a change on your mind, and in this case, on the next solution that you need for your companies. Okay, so we're going to speak about the benefits of acquiring the used IT hardware. I divided in 4 key points for me. One of that is what is exactly GARS? What is GARS exactly? How does that fit on IBM, etc. No. Another key point is the pitfalls that can lead to consequences not grateful for us. This is like the common mistakes that we do when we take decisions on that. Also, a TCO. What is the TCO? The total cost of ownership. This is really, really important to take in consideration when we are making some purchases, when we are building an infrastructure for a company, improvement for that. It's really, really important for us. And at the end, last but not least, we're going to speak about the ICPOs equipments. Okay, so let's go to this meeting. Where does IBM GARS fits on IBM? No, basically, as you know, IBM has different brands, divisions, however you hear, but one of those is the IGF Global Financing. This is really, really important for IBM. This helps the clients to make the purchases more viable for them and financing them, making a leasing for them, etc. No? So basically, GARS is inside of this brand. What we do is we start working when the equipment on the leasings finish the times of the lease, it comes back to us and we start working with this equipment, okay? We are the world's largest and more efficient IT reverse logistic organization. We have operations in 175 countries. Just imagine that. We have a lot of experience in what we do, and we are not uh, making some common mistakes that in the past. No, constantly we are improving our procedures, our operations, and our solutions to offer you the best possible solution ever. Okay, basically what we do is to enable transformation while optimizing the reuse of non-renewable resources. Okay. Again, I told you we have 35 years of experience in these operations. We are not some new guys on this. We are really creative, really innovative guys. If you speak to any GARS seller around the world, I believe that you're gonna be really glad to do that because again, what we do is to focus on your clients. No, in this case, what we do is to make the configuration, the custom configuration that you need at the best possible price. But this is not all. This is not only about the price. This is not a case of the price, if not reliable resources, okay? And we want to see about it a little bit. But again, as you can see, we are best of breed global operations. The data protection and environmental compliance is something really important for us, and this comes before everything else, okay? So for example, the ICPOs that we spoke before, we have the CETA equipment, we have the power equipment, we have the storage equipment, and we can also work with bars and features, okay? But if it's okay for you, let's switch gears. We talk about what is GARS. but now we're going to talk about the TCO, total cost of ownership. No, the common mistakes that we do in this case is that, for example, if we are taking or trying to build a new project for a company, for customers, for clients, etc., what we usually do is just to take in consideration the cost of the equipment, of the hardware, of the software, however you need it, but just the cost against the new one, against the used one, okay? This is really, really common mistake that we do. As you can see on this chart, there are a lot of more items to take in consideration, not only the cost of the hardware or of the software. We gotta check on the software functionality. We gotta take into account the space, the time to implementation, the using, well, the training of the users also, the support maintenance, how cheap or expensive it's gonna be, the power, the energy that you need to make all this work. But this is like the external of this big circle of the TCO, no? The most important is the security, the reliability, and the performance. This is something really important to take in consideration. Now, we know that the companies have a limited budget, the resources are limited also. The times, again, we spoke about in these really complicated and challenging times. But this is something that if you take in account since the beginning of the building of the project, that's going to help you a lot. That's going to help you for sure. And it's going to take you to the best possible place that you want to go faster and in the most secure way. Okay. So for example, in this case, I'm not the only one saying that, not IBM saying that, if not the world. There is a recent study survey that was made by the IDC. This IDC survey was taking in consideration more than 500 people, the decision makers in companies, big companies around the world, companies with more than 500 employees around the world. And these guys, the ones that were surveying here, these guys know about the budget, about the ideas of the company, and they are the decision makers to where the company is and where the company is gonna go. No, how can they do that? Okay, so for example, taking that in consideration, these guys around the world told us that about this question: how will organization demand for use IT equipment change during the next 12, 18 months? Okay, so if you see the chart, it's really clear the response. 58% of these guys are telling us that for sure they're going to increase the operations or the demand in the organizations for the used IT. 58%. 28% is telling us that it's going to remain the same. And only 13% is telling us that it's going to decrease the operations on the demand of used IT equipment. Okay. But also, if we take in consideration about the budget plan for these organizations, how it's going to change from the original plan before the end of the year, and also taking in consideration the COVID-19, well, again, the chart is really clear. 44% is telling us that the spending of the used equipment will increase, for sure. That's for granted. Big companies around the world, 31% have no impact. It's going to spend the same on the USD. Only 7%, sorry, only 70% is going to decrease the spending of the USD, and 9% don't know or it's too soon to determine, okay? But again, the big picture, what does that mean? This is telling us really valuable things. What it's telling us is that IBM is not only making this because have a feeling or it's something that they're taking time on. No, this is the voice of the world on these organizations. The constraint on the budgets, the constraint on the time also, and the possibilities. Because, as you know, most of the companies have operations really limited considering the time before, no? So it's something really valuable to hear that. Again, this survey is telling us that maybe if you think about, and if you think about it, if you think we're gonna consider buying used IT because of the cost. Maybe that's the first important thing that you're gonna take in consideration. But this is something really, really important. This is not the most important condition to consider buying used IT. The most important condition is the reliable equipment. This is the most important. So this is telling us that we're not only talking about the pricing here. It's not a condition on the price. It's a condition on the reliable equipment. And what ICPO do is that it's really, really, really reliable. You know the guarantee and you know the quality of the IBM equipments. You know the quality of the IBM for sure. I'm really sure of that. Also, you gotta take in account that these new equipments are being proceed in the same plants than the used IT equipments. This is what we do. We use the same procedures, we use the same codes, we use the same parts, only original parts on our equipments. So what does that mean for you? Basically, this is a really customizable and really good operation for you. If you have a solution we can customize for you, you're gonna be trustful because we are using the same operation, the same places, the same manufacturing processes, and also the parts. Everything is IBM original parts. Okay, so this is really, really important for us. Again, we're not improvising here. We're constantly improving and making the solutions better for you and more customizable for you. Okay. Again, taking back this chart, reliable equipment is the first condition, the most important. The second condition, the most important, is the trustworthy maintenance. The competitive price goes to the third one. Imagine that, only to the third one. So you can imagine that, no? This is telling us, this is like a voice of the industry, and I'm sure that you think about that also. It's really, really important times to make decisions. Every decision counts. The constraint on the budget is more and more difficult. So the time and the decisions are really key point in this case, okay? If we speak about the ICPO equipments, there are three main topics on this case, okay? The quality backed by IBM certification, as we spoke. If you purchase equipment, an ICPO equipment with us, with GARS, you're gonna be really, really sure that you can add a TSS maintenance, for example, or you can add, in this case, tell me what you know, software, whatever you want, whatever you need. As you do with the new equipment, you can do with the GARS used IT equipment, okay, the ICPO. Another key point for us is the customization and rapid delivery. Really, really important for us. We can make the customization exactly to what you need. And also we have a really rapid delivery. We can be really, really innovative in this case, for sure. And we have the expertise in what we do. We talk about it. We have a really expertise in this case, okay? Also, we can help you with that. The client requirements, the ecosystem, the quality and performance. Let us know. Let us know what is the most important for you. And I'm sure that we're gonna be able to help you with this. We work with different industries, with small, medium, and large companies around the world. And all the time we're trying to make improvements on our procedures. The ICPOs are really, really good option for you. You're gonna be saving money, you're gonna be saving time, you're gonna be in the possibility to focus your budget in the core business of your company and not only in the infrastructure. And most important, you don't have to wait to get budget from 1 or 2 or 3 years to be able to make a purchase in an innovation. You can do it now. You can do it with us now. It's gonna be a really, really good option for you. I can grant it for you. So again, I want to thank you all for the time you took with us. This is again really, really important for us. I'm really glad that you took this time to hear me speak about this. I know that English is not my first language, and I think I have to improve that for sure. But again, I'm in the best possibility to help you to think together and make some different innovations, different alternatives for you and your clients. Okay, so let's go work together. Let's work together. We have the possibility to help you with the budget, the quick response that we need, and we want to be trusted partners for you. This is the most important for you. Okay. So finally, we have a website where you can shop also. You can contact us directly, here are my information, or you can access to this website and you can shop storage, power, SIDA, or parts, okay? However you prefer. This is like a picture of this marketplace for us. We work with genuine IBM parts. We have different solutions, and the best notice in this case is that you're gonna have a 10% discount for sure on the first purchase that you make with us. Okay, so take it out. We have been telling you about these options, but we can also help you with interesting discounts. Okay, so thanks again for your time, for being here with us. Let us know what you need. Let us know how can we help you and how can we the trusted partner that you need, that you really need to make this transformation, to innovate, to lead the industry that you work on. I'm sure that we're going to be able to help you with that. Thanks a lot for your time. Have a good day.